Disclaimer. Dino, the grumpy vet, and guests are not beer experts despite their long military service. The opinions expressed are just that, opinions. No animals were harmed in the making of this review, just feelings.
Welcome back to Grumpy Vet Garage. I'm the Grumpy Vet Dino, and today we're doing a beer review. I want to call it Grumpy Vet Garage Beer Review 2. And today I have a guest. The guest is Horacio, and he has chose the beer for this review, and it is, let me get it in there, Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. So another IPA. Did an IPA before, doing another IPA now. Before we get too far, though, we need to crack these bad boys open. So let's see if it's going to foam up.
Not this one.
No, this one behaves.
Quality.
Right. And let's go ahead and judge that pour he's got going on over there.
I have a violent pour.
Oh, yeah. See,
I like to aerate the beer and let it breathe like a wine. It's from Germany.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
You know what? No, maybe maybe I should have aerated the brine too. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, this is not a very good pour. There's still some in the can.
Yeah, it's still in the can.
So, okay. All right. There we go. Let's get some of that. Mostly just getting head, but see,
That's nice.
you're supposed to wait on the review part.
The head is nice.
All right. Okay. So before we go too much further, I'm gonna go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Horacio Ramon. My close friends and family call me Japo by my nickname. So Dino's my brother-in-law. Consider him my brother, so please just call me Japo from here on out. Joined the Air Force in 2001, February 14th. I joined with one of my best friends, Carlos Rodriguez. Carlos, if you're out there, what's up? And from there, I went to tech school at Lackland and then at Shepherd. Then my first assignment was Andrews Air Force Base before it was a joint base. Then I went to Spangdahlem, Germany. From Spangdahlem, Germany, I went to Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. Then I did a 365 to the desert. And then I went to Grand Forks, North Dakota. And then I hung up the uniform after being stationed at Herbert Field, Florida, 2 years. And I retired February 17th.
Okay. So you said, how long did you serve?
22 years.
22 years. So you joined before me and stayed in after I got out.
Yes. I wasn't on the flight line, that's why.
Yeah. Well, you still, different jobs, different strokes for different folks kind of thing.
Yep.
And you said Air Force, right?
Yes, sir. Air
so
Force.
Not in the Army. And what was the highest rank you had, in case you lost the stripe, possibly?
Never lost a stripe. I did get a UIF in tech school. That held me back a month, but didn't lose a stripe. And I was retired as the Master Sergeant.
Roger that. Okay. Moving on with the questions. Favorite assignment of all those assignments you had?
Favorite assignment I would say was Spangdahlem, Germany. I was A1C and a senior airman on those assignments, which really made it fun because that's when I really loved my job. Really hands-on. No time in the office. It was just getting your hands dirty and doing maintenance. So that was my favorite assignment.
Okay. Worst assignment?
Due to the weather and the job, I'll say Grand Forks, North Dakota is probably my least favorite assignment because I was a FTD superintendent and an instructor, and I was really out of my realm, and just didn't enjoy it.
Gotcha. How long were you up there?
4 years.
4 years?
4
Okay.
years.
Kind of the silver linings kind of thing. What do you miss most about Grand Forks?
I will say the thing I miss most about Grand Forks is it being in a secluded environment way up there, about an hour and a half from Canada. It had an overseas deployment feel, so everyone basically embraced the suck together and made the best of a not-so-good situation. And the outdoors was great. Hunting and fishing was great, but just 8 months of cold weather was just a little too much for me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Kind of in the garage theme here in the garage with the cars. What was your favorite car, truck, or motorcycle that you've ever owned?
My favorite truck that I've ever owned, vehicle in general, I still currently have. It's a 2017 Toyota Tundra SR5 that I basically built into a TRD.
What did you have to do to change it to be more of a TRD?
I gave it a lift and suspension. I upgraded the exhaust, the intake. I put the rear and front sway bars on, and that's about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So what other vehicles you have? That the Tundra is clearly your favorite, but what else did you have?
I've had Tacomas. I had a old school Toyota T100. I've had 2 4Runners. I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse, and I've had a BMW 730 and a BMW 3 Series also.
Okay. But the Tundra's number one.
Tundra's number one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Made in Texas. So American made.
Gotcha. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the beer review. So the beer, like we said already, is Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger Juicy Haze IPA. And when did you discover this beer?
I actually discovered this beer in North Dakota. They have a big craft beer following up there. There was probably about 4 local craft beers there. They had a plethora of beers.
Okay.
And I couldn't make it off base to get some, so I just drove to the shopette on base and picked up Voodoo Ranger, gave it a shot, and I just fell in love with it. It's a good quality beer. It's not too heavy, but it's not light. It's dangerous in my opinion. So you got to respect this beer.
Gotcha. So the reason you chose it for this review is because it is
delicious.
Okay.
It's not your normal summer beer. You're not going to take a 6 or 12 pack out these to the beach and just hammer them like you would Miller Lite.
You can. See how it works out for you.
So being in North Dakota, we drank a lot of heavier beers because it was winter most of the time.
Okay.
So it was inside heavier beer to fit the current season.
Gotcha. Okay. So again, we already said type of beer. It's an IPA. And then for this beer, the alcohol by volume is 7.5, so relatively high. And then we went over in a previous video what the IBU scale was. It's the International Bitterness Unit. This beer is listed as a 42 on that scale. To give a quick reference, in the previous video, I mentioned a Guinness Draft with an IBU rating of 50 and a Corona Extra with a IBU rating of 22. I figured those were kind of the range of bitterness that some people may have had. And this one is less bitter than those, and I would tend to agree. So it's pretty smooth. Where this beer is made, originally the beer company is from Fort Collins, Colorado, but they actually have another brewery in Asheville, North Carolina. So our location here in South Carolina, most likely it was brewed in Asheville, North Carolina. History of the brewer. The brewer is actually New Belgium Brewing Company. It was started by a couple who took a trip through Belgium on a cycling ride. They wanted to do a biking trip through Belgium, and they tried Belgian beers, and they fell in love with that style of beer, and they said they wanted to bring it home to Colorado and the United States, so they started a brewing company. Other beers that the New Belgium Brewing Company make is Fat Tire. I've heard of that, never had it, but that's their big name. And then they have 9 different brands under the Voodoo Ranger name. Some of them are Juicy Force, or Juice Force, Fruit Force, Atomic Citrus, Danger Beach, and Voodoo Vice, which kind of look like Miami Vice on the can. I'm not sure what the citrus and the beach and Miami Vice has to do with Colorado or North Carolina, but they looked interesting. I'd seen them before. Like you said, you'd bought it at the shopette. I've seen Voodoo Ranger at the shopette, just never thought about buying it. Now I've realized that I probably should have. Okay, so taste test. Kind of want to show you. We poured it a little bit ago, but that's the color. It's not quite as dark as some other IPAs I've seen. So a little bit lighter.
Hazy though.
Hazy. That's true. Definitely citrusy, and it smells sweet. And it has. I wouldn't say it tastes sweet though. It smells a little sweet, and it's definitely citrusy, but it's not a sweet beer. But smooth is definitely something I would say. In aftertaste, it's not bitter. It's a smooth beer. It's really, really good. I wrote down some notes on it. Smells and tastes citrusy. Goes down smooth. Not much bitterness or aftertaste, like I said. But again, the enjoyability is high, which is probably going to get you in trouble in some cases. If you turn around like, oh, I'm going to take this to the beach. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
No, sir.
It'd get you in trouble. So getting to the rankings, before I talked about the rankings for my beer reviews, it's would I buy it? Would I drink it? Would I decline it if I was offered it? Like, no, thank you. And then, or hot trash. It's definitely not hot trash. If somebody offered it to me, I'm definitely drinking it. Party, sure, I'll drink it. I'd buy it as well. I'd spend my own money on it. This is the part that I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law is looking at like, haha, it's better than my favorite beer.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I love Alai, but it has all the good things of Alai, minus the bitterness of Alai. Like the bitterness, that IBU rating higher on the Alai is real.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in the description, I'm not going to rank all beers because I don't think all beers can be ranked against each other. There are different types of beers, but IPAs are going to be ranked against each other. So right now there's going to be 2 in the description, and this one is going to be higher. So I would recommend this beer to you. I would recommend you spend your money on it. So yeah. Thank you for doing this beer review.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
If anybody else that knows me wants to do a beer review, or if you have a beer that you want me to review, please let me know. Leave that in the comments. Like, hey, you should try this beer, because I'm looking to broaden my horizons. There's got to be beers that I haven't had that I would like, because clearly there's already first one I tried. It's really, really good. So, yeah. So reach out to me if you want to do a review like Japo did, and we'll make it happen.
Question, Dino.
Yeah.
Say I come back again for a visit in South Carolina,
yes,
and I bring a different beer.
A different beer.
Could I be back on?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yes, you may. Okay. So, in all my reviews, I want to give a guest the opportunity to provide some advice to the audience. I want to give you the opportunity to, if you have some advice you want to provide, please
Yes.
go ahead. Okay.
Yes. The advice that I would give out to anybody is to take care of yourself and take care of those who are important to you. My opinion, from what I've seen in the past, no one on their deathbed is saying, hey, I wish I would have worked them extra hours. I wish I would have volunteered more. They really wish they would have spent more time with their family, and they regret missing birthdays, holidays, and things of that nature. And lastly, take care of your mental health. I know with the long war we just got out of not so long ago, a lot of people were handling it differently, and the mission is different now, and the way we pulled out kind of bothers some people. So definitely take care of your mental health, and do whatever you do to make sure you stay right in the head.
Okay. That's good advice. I agree with all that. But we can't end the video. We have to drink this. and I have 2 more if we're gonna throw those down real quick. Maybe we'll do that off camera. We're gonna okay, off camera. Okay. We'll just drink this beer. Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if you like this kind of content, I would hope you would subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button on this channel. If you have a comment like, this is great beer, or he doesn't pour very good, or the beer is not good, you should try this, please let us know. But again, thanks for coming and seeing me in my garage. And until I see you again, have a good one.